Broadcasting from Watts Creative Studios in Bedford, Virginia, you're listening to Life, Liberty, Happiness with your host, Brian Schley.
Oh, my mic. Is my mic up yet?
Mike.
What are you, slowly bringing my mic up?
Mike.
I'm dramatically fading you in.
Hey, can you dramatically fade Trent out?
Hello.
So anyway, welcome to the show. Got a little Creed in the background. Is it that?
Yeah.
My sacrifice.
What's the best song they made?
I like this one myself.
I'm an arms wide open guy. Makes me cry.
Breathe on wide open. Welcome to the live from the David Honaker State Farm Studios. We got a good show today. Got an action-packed show. Thank all of our sponsors. David, like a good neighbor, you're always there for me. State Farm and CNS Business Services and Grizzly Garage Doors. Well, thank you for your continued support. Keep that playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Button pusher.
Sounded good.
So later on in the show, we will talk with Marco Galbraith, T4 Tactics.
Yeah.
He was...
It's like a little bait and switch, though, from what I saw advertised. We
were supposed to have Rocco, but we got bumped again.
Yeah. Weather.
Yeah. So anyway, with the tragedy that happened in Texas, we reached out to Marco, and he was gracious enough to give us some time here today. We'll probably only be about 5 or 6 minutes with him. But
you'd say he's like a pretty famous dude.
Well, I mean, he handles a lot of this. He's an expert when it comes to active shooters. We don't call them gun violence. I mean, it's stupid.
Yeah.
Or what is the proper term? We'll ask him.
I can't wait to get into this a little bit.
He'll be on Fox News, I'm sure, today. He was on Newsmax earlier with Sean Spicer.
So we have a guy on Newsmax coming on this show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you think Newsmax is excited that they had somebody that was on this show?
I'm telling you, they can't wait to say Marco Galbraith, who was on Life, Liberty, Happiness earlier today.
Yeah, so Jalen Rose.
That's coming. Yeah.
That's what Jalen told me.
Oh.
He wanted a selfie with me.
He wanted a selfie with you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Jalen. All right. This day in history, 1787, the Constitutional Convention opened at Philadelphia. George Washington was the presiding person, I guess, of the convention.
Joe Biden there?
No, he was not. Was that crickets? What? Anyway, on to drama.
I was getting the cricket thing ready.
Well,
So you're hitting your marks perfectly.
Yep. 3 minutes.
Yep.
So, I'm good at that. Survivor.
Do your best work.
Survivor finale happened. But my wife and I we watch Survivor sometimes together, but we do the wait till after the fact and watch them.
When the heck did you two start watching TV together?
When my wife came to me and said, "I'm really sick of your crap." That conversation would happen, by the way. And I realized she was right. I needed to spend some more time with my family.
Okay, I'm going to jump into this 5-minute part right here, but talking about drama. Woody, the other night, a sports thing happened.
Yes.
And so who's the person I'm going to call?
Mm-hmm.
Brian. So I said, hey, this thing right here. And then so we start talking and we get in the middle of that. Oh, I know what it was. It was about the Yankee, the guy that called another guy, the Jackie.
Josh Donaldson.
Yeah, so I don't know the names. And then Brian goes, he's played for the Yankees for 10 years. I was like, well, I don't care. But I mean, and then Brian says he's a Hall of Famer. I was like, he is not a Hall of Famer.
I was incorrect.
And so we get into the argument about the Hall of Famer. And then somehow I said, he's no Paul O'Neill. And Brian was like, Paul O'Neill stunk as a Yankee. I was like, no, that dude had the best right arm in the history of baseball. So we get in the argument. So we're talking about all this nothing. And all of a sudden, Ashley says, would you two shut up? They're watching TV together. He doesn't tell me that at all. We're sitting there just talking sports.
Gosh.
And now he's talking about Survivor with Ashley.
Poor Ashley.
What is going on in your family?
Well, I mean, if it's not interesting to me, I not let her, but she can watch it on her own. A Survivor, it's either going to be really good people on, or it's going to be really bad. And so that's why we don't watch it from week to week. We wait till it's done, and then we may watch it.
But then you build your own house to go watch your own TV.
Oh, the man cave?
Yeah.
I have someone living out in it.
That's the explanation.
Mm-hmm.
Logan's back.
Mm-mm. My nephew.
Oh, yeah.
But he was sworn in last night, right?
Congratulations.
Yeah.
It was a live stream.
Pinned his badge.
Very cool.
I was afraid to go, though. I told him that. He said, will you come? And I was like, listen, this is y'all's night. I don't want to overshadow y'all being recognized.
How are you going to overshadow him?
The place goes crazy when I come in. I mean, let's just
like Norm,
yeah.
like Norm.
They really did. I mean,
how was it, Woody?
Norm coming into Cheers.
Trent, I'm not here to blow smoke, but I'm just saying he did have a line of people waiting to shake his hand. I don't I witnessed it firsthand.
What did they use? Norm would come in and they'd go, Norm, what's up? Yeah. And he'd go, let's talk about what's going down. Give me a beer. Anyway.
That's cool. Well, congratulations to your nephew, and I'm glad you're watching TV with Ashley.
Yeah. So anyway, if there be any further updates, I will give them to you on Survivor, but I doubt we'll start watching that anytime soon. Cut 11:33.
How you doing back there, baby?
Fine, thanks.
Okay. She ought to be up here on Mama's lap, but that's all right. It's okay. Hey, baby, I want some bronc to break my back so I can lay in bed all day bumping fucking uglies till noon. Don't that sound nice? You on back, girl?
What in the world?
That's Teeter.
No, I don't.
From, dude, that is one of my favorite. She is one of my favorite characters by far.
I'll drive one of them
That's
boys
good.
in my
That's good.
I'm kind of hooked now.
Teeter is
She is a good character.
Dude, I wanted to play the other clip when she's first on the scene.
Oh boy.
When Rip says, what's your name? And she says, Tater. And he said, did she say Peter? And he said, what? I think she said Peter. Is that what you said? She's like, damn it, I didn't say. Do I look like a... But she cusses a lot. So I didn't figure he could hit the beat button quick enough.
Yeah, I'm not that fast.
But anyway, it got me in the mood because I was watching this week the release date for Yellowstone season 5 was released, and it is November 13th.
I don't think I finished the last season.
What?
I don't think I did.
You haven't finished 4?
No.
So you don't know John Dutton died?
Mm-mm.
I'm just kidding. All those people out there are like, what?
Oh, great. Spoiler alert.
No, I can't remember why I quit watching.
Because you watched the whole thing.
I just got busy. No, I'm
Because
pretty
you
sure
started watching The Mandalorian.
Yeah, that's true.
No, what was it? Vegan?
Yeah, the bad vegan.
Anyway,
So
I'm excited about that because that's coming up November 13th. Now the other thing is there has been no release date for the second season of 1883. There's a reason why that's interesting to me. 1883 was what's the proper word?
prequel.
Most watched show on Paramount Plus.
Really?
Correct. It shocked me.
More so than Yellowstone.
I'm just telling you what it says.
That's great because all the Star Trek shows are on there
Now,
too.
I don't know if
Really, Woody?
we need a mute button for him.
Star Trek.
Let me fade my mic out.
So, yeah, it shocked me when they said that. So you would think they would be hot and heavy trying to get season 2, but I don't hear anything.
Well, I mean, you got to remember Yellowstone 4. They kept saying it was coming out, and then they extended. Kept saying it was coming out. Yeah.
Well, it's like now they've told us that the 4 6s is a spinoff and it's coming, but they have not even started shooting it yet. But the one I'm looking forward to is they've come up with another one. You know this, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so you got 1883, which takes you back to when John's grandfather, I think, was a little kid. So it kind of tells you how they ended up in Wyoming. Is that right? Montana, excuse me. It tells you how they ended up there. That's kind of the 1883. Well, now they've got a 1932's coming out.
So wouldn't that be after?
That is going to be after that. So it's going to take you a timeline all the way up to current Yellowstone.
So then next year it'll be 2072.
No, I think
It'll
that's
be
neat.
Star Trek
I
shit
think it's
coming
neat
down
that
the
we're-
Then I'll start watching it.
Well, let me ask you this: what if I told you the star of 1932 is Harrison Ford?
And he did.
No.
You've piqued my interest.
Isn't he dead? God,
Dude, he's been around forever.
I'm just telling you, that's who is going to be in the show.
Ask our staff, see if Casey can look up the age of Harrison Ford.
His obituary hasn't been posted.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. What? I mean, why do you have to rain on my parade? I can't wait for 1932 to come out.
Well, no, I just thought you mentioned somebody that was
Well, I
dead.
mean, you had 1883 with Sam Elliott and Tim McGraw, and now you're going to have 1932 with Harrison Ford, and it's a timeline of Yellowstone. I think it's neat how he's doing this.
He's 79 years old.
Okay.
Thanks, Casey.
How old is Sam Elliott? Cricket.
All right.
Now listen, Academy Award winner Helen Mirren is in it too. That's a pretty stellar cast, though.
I'm telling you.
That's
The dude
pretty
is-
amazing. They got
the
both
dude
of
is
them.
genius. Taylor Sheridan.
You probably better enjoy the 4 episodes because they ain't going to make it a whole season.
Sam Elliott is 77 years old,
Hmm.
by the way.
And
Young
he played
buck.
All right, let's see.
and he played a hell of a character in 1883.
And Harrison Ford is 79. Ooh. Yeah, they're cutting it close.
Well, how's our president, for God's sakes?
110. Yes.
Oh, my God.
No.
Anyway, on to sports.
Have you ever had an internal feud with someone and the other person doesn't know it?
But I know it.
What's yours?
You get mad because I cough or do something
No,
on here.
I mean, yeah.
In
that's-
God's sakes, do you want me to die?
well, it
I
sounds
mean,
like you
I
are.
have to cough. I got to cough.
Well, no, that's not the feud.
That is the feud.
No,
It's my feud.
no. We have gone
I
with drama
have
the
to
last 3
cough.
weeks, and you have not asked me one time what I've watched.
Because I know it's going to be.
We haven't talked
Okay.
about anything I've watched since
All
Bad
right.
Vegan.
There's a reason. So what have you watched? What? Well, first of all, wait a minute. Woody?
Yes.
Woody. Does
Oh,
he get a script?
I don't want to be in the middle of the parents
Does
fighting.
he get a script?
Right before the show,
Right before the show?
minutes.
We literally have a pre-production meeting a half hour before the show.
Well, sometimes
At
I-
It's
any point-
catered. It's catered trip. I mean,
Yeah.
catering.
well, we got the new room.
Yes, we
That's- I can't wait
It's
for
catered
this.
with Diet Mountain Dew.
Things are moving up. Go ahead.
So you have every opportunity during the pre-production to say, "Hey, I want to add this in the drama."
You remind me all the time whose name is on the
Oh,
show. So
yeah,
let's,
okay.
well, I know you watch Survivor. That's fine. You and Ashley. Go ahead.
Moving on.
Moving on. On to sports.
No. Oh God!
I'll tell you next week.
All right, I'll put it on my notes. Involve co-host.
Brad, come back.
Coming up next week, Brad. Anyway,
Mhm.
NASCAR was in Texas, and I think we were
Oh,
texting
goodness
back and forth
gracious.
how horrible
Yeah.
they have. The All-Star race used to be kind of cool,
Yeah.
and they just keep screwing with it to the point where, first of all, what's the guy's name? Oh, the country music singer. who did
Oh,
it.
shake, belt, shake,
Blake Shelton. First of all, he was drunk.
Oh,
Oh,
you know
he
what? I didn't pick up on that.
No,
I
he-
saw him, but you're right. Now that you mention it.
Clint
Yes.
Boyer says, "Man, I've never seen you go this long without a drink in your hand," because he could tell, and he kept egging him on, like making him mad that he was still having to do this.
That must be why I heard some chatter, like while they were
Clint was-
introducing people.
Clint was giving him hell, man.
Oh, okay.
Before the introductions, they were standing out on the track.
Uh-huh.
And they had just interviewed, I think, Kyle Larson, and then Blake Shelton was next. And dude, he was hammered for sure,
Yes.
or at least I felt like he was hammered. He may
Yeah.
not have been drunk, but he was.
Huh.
Yeah, it was. Oh, so
Not a great race.
during introductions, Eric Almirola comes out.
I saw that.
Did you notice him flip off Clint Boyer?
No, I did not.
Oh, I rewound it for Logan because Logan's like, no, he just pointed to him. And I went, watch again. And dude, he literally turns and flips off Boyer.
Huh.
Because when you go back and listen to it, he says Eric Amarillo.
Oh,
He
really?
doesn't call, and I don't know if that just pissed, because they were teammates.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's some friction there or not, but he turns and just gives him the old middle finger. And I was like, whoa.
The introduction was not bad.
That was better.
It was
better
okay.
than the freaking race.
Honestly, that is true. Yeah.
They've got to stop. I mean, they're just.
Why Texas?
I don't know.
And
there
it
was
wasn't
nothing
like-
wrong with Charlotte. Charlotte was nice, by the way.
Because it was pre-Memorial Day weekend. And
the
was set up.
drivers got to be home for a couple of weeks
Yeah.
because they all live in Charlotte.
Yeah.
So they did stuff like
Yeah.
you would see drivers out doing promotions,
Yeah.
gearing up for the 600. It was a whole 2-week process.
Yeah. It kind of felt like a pre-summer. And then you have Memorial Day weekend, which
Yes.
is the best race weekend that you can have.
Yes.
Auto racing.
Yes.
And now,
let's just screw it up.
I mean, what was the week before Texas? I mean, what was the week before? Where were they the week before? I'm trying to remember.
Dover?
Was it
No.
Dover? I mean, but why do you jump back down to Texas and then come back to
No,
Charlotte?
it was Kansas.
Yeah. So why do you,
Kurt Busch won.
yeah, why do you do, I don't understand that.
All right, moving on.
Mhm.
F1 did have a good race.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Max Verstappen
Yeah.
cut 618.
It has been very hot in the cockpit at times. The celebrations, though, will very much be welcomed by Max Verstappen and Red Bull.
So,
Yeah.
Spain.
Yeah.
What was great about it is we were watching it. We had what were we doing that morning? Oh, yeah, we're waiting to go to church. And Logan goes, what's his name? Sean Leclerc was 17 seconds ahead?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden his car just went, and I mean, he was
Yeah,
done.
it was wild because the announcers were just saying he's so far ahead, he should think about relaxing or laying
Yeah.
back. And at that exact moment is when it just blew up.
Yeah. So here's the crazy part. Max has had 2 DNFs this year,
Mm-hmm.
right? When he hasn't had a DNF, he's won.
Wow.
He's won every race except for the 2.
What did you think? What's your thought on the Sergio thing? Because Sergio had the lead. And Max took second. And it was obviously
I
that
could hear
George
the
Russell
audio,
was third.
and he was saying, he did say, if I thought he said if he's faster, let him pass.
Mm-hmm.
And then I heard Checo say, we can talk about this afterwards.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what that conversation was like.
It was kind of cool that Max compliments Sergio for taking a dive, right? I mean, essentially that's what he's done. He didn't make it hard on him to pass.
Yeah.
So he pulled over to let him win.
But I guess what I'm saying is the engineers have the
Telemetry.
telemetry to let them know who's going to be able to.
Yeah, but if you remember
But if
before
it's
that, George
close-
Russell was in front of him and
That's
Max
true.
could not get around him because
Yeah.
George put his elbows out and wouldn't let him pass. And Sergio never tried.
I agree. No, he definitely let him go.
Yeah.
And if you're Sergio, you almost want to go to Bortas and say, hey, is this just what it is for the rest of my career?
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much what happened to him.
Yeah.
There were many races, though, Bortas could have won.
Botas.
Yeah, I call him Bortas, but
Okay.
Botas.
Yeah.
Botox.
There's an R in there somewhere.
I don't
I
know.
hadn't read. Anyway,
Anywho,
yep. That was a
they
good race.
are Monaco this week.
Great venue.
Yeah.
Even if the race the track isn't that cool, the venue is just so cool.
Oh yeah. So I'm excited about that.
I mean, we got a great Sunday. You wake up, you got Monaco.
Oh God.
Then you got the Indy 500
500.
with Jimmy Johnson.
Speaking of that, did you watch the qualifying?
Oh my God. No, I read about it, but
I'm
did not see
watching it,
Yeah.
and I was shocked that he was in the finals, like the 6 or 12, fast 12, I think is what they call it.
Talking about Jimmy Johnson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to, it's like rounds or whatever, sort of like F1.
Yeah.
I look and he's in it, and I was like, oh, this is great. And I mean, you could tell like some of the other ones, they would talk about their steering wheel vibrating.
Mhm.
And those are the ones that are on the edge. And the other ones whose cars were hooked up, you could just see the steering wheel was stiff. Jimmy gets out there, and dude, he comes around, I guess it was turn 1. And how the hell that car and he is not destroyed?
Yeah.
Because he kept it off the wall by millimeters,
Yeah.
and it slid. Like, you don't do that in Indy. I mean, you do it in NASCAR, but you don't do it in Indy.
That Gross Gene fella, did you see what he said?
Gross Gene. It's so stupid.
How's it spelled?
Grosjean.
Right, but Gross Gene guy. When he came out, I mean, that's an F1 driver.
Mm-hmm.
He came out and said that was scary.
Yeah.
He's doing 246 miles an hour.
Miles an hour, man. It's crazy.
246 top speed.
It's nuts. But it was so much. You had Castro Neves.
Was he up there?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. When
you get to hear them talk, because they've lived it all. I mean, they've been doing this forever, and it's so cool.
Yeah.
So anyway,
and then you wrap it up with Coca-Cola 600. What a race day Sunday.
Oh yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
The NBA resumes tonight with Boston taking on Miami. This series is tied 2-apiece. That is sports. You're up to date, and sports is brought to you by Grizzly Garage Door. Where can you find a reliable garage door? Central Virginia area looks to Grizzly Garage Door, LLC. Jed is a veteran of the military and provides exceptional service for both residential and commercial. Grizzly Garage Door is your place to go when you want the best. If you're building a new home or not sure what type of door is right for you, go to www.grizzlygaragedoorllc.com. For new doors, existing doors, repairs, or replacements, they even have emergency service capabilities too. Call 434-277-2765. All right. On to what's happening. Unfortunately, Mr. Warner, there was another school shooting.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Last I read, 19 are dead and 3 adults are dead, including the shooter. The part about this that sucks the most is I've gotten to the point now where the politicians and the celebrities have just gotten on my nerves to the point of shut the hell up.
Exactly.
I'm done with it, man. Just shut up. Nobody cares about you.
No.
I mean, it makes you sick to your stomach. So, case in point, I think you texted me last night. Steve Kerr, shut the hell up.
That's their go-to guy.
Right.
ESPN. It used to be Greg Popovich. Now Steve Kerr.
Now Steve Kerr. And Greg will have his say-so here shortly. Trust me.
Yeah, but he's
not in the playoffs, so nobody cares.
Right.
We go to Steve because he's going to run his mouth.
Yeah.
So here's what you do if you're a reporter. When Steve Kerr walks into the press conference and he says, nothing's changed with our basketball team, so we're not going to ask basketball questions. You get up and you walk out.
Yeah.
And you say, we're here to talk basketball, and if you're not going to talk it, then we're done. You're not going to get a platform because this isn't about you, Stevie.
It is about him.
Well, that's what he wants. Yes.
Exactly.
So anyway, cut one.
I'm not going to talk about basketball. Nothing's happened with our team in the last 6 hours. We're going to start the same way tonight. Any basketball questions don't matter. Since we left shoot-around, 14 children were killed 400 miles from here, and a teacher. And in the last 10 days, we've had elderly Black people killed in a supermarket in Buffalo. We've had Asian churchgoers killed in Southern California. And now we have children murdered at school. When are we going to do something?
All right, that's enough. I just cut two.
Have you had any contact with Nick since?
No. Oh, he's called.
No. Good Lord. Why do we go through pre-production meetings?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
That's good. He's, first of all, pounding the table. His fake tears and everything that he said is stupid. You know what? He's calling for more gun control. So, you know what? I'm going to give you something here, Mr. Warner. and maybe I'm a little harsh on Steve.
No,
but
not at all.
After Sandy Hook, right?
Mm-hmm.
It took place in 2012. From 2012 to 2017, ABC News did a story. Now, they're bragging on this story because of the gun control laws that were passed. Since Sandy Hook, there have been 210 new gun control laws passed. That was basically from 2012 to 2017. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I went back and looked. Since 2001, there have been over 2,000 gun control laws passed in the United States.
Right.
Okay, so when you say nothing's being done,
right,
and you're pounding the table, what the hell do you want done at this point?
You know what the only answer, he thinks the only answer is?
Move to France.
Take all of your guns and turn them in. That is his answer. That's the only answer.
So let me ask you this.
It's the only answer he wants.
Which is, if you were to ask somebody what happened during 9/11, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can tell you immediately. Because, I mean, that is a shocking event that happened in history.
Mm-hmm.
How many people were shot? 0, right?
Mm-hmm.
Evil exists, period.
Right.
They don't need a gun to kill.
So before you go, and I know you got an expert to talk about this, and one thing I want to say about him, the reason I texted you, I didn't even want to hear him. And like you said, I've gotten to the point where I fast forward through, or I don't flip to them. I don't care to hear a celebrity. I don't care to hear what your opinion is.
Right.
Because I know where you're coming from before you start. That guy did that emotional banging with his face so that you could see his picture, and his tears with his emotional face is the same guy that wears a mask while he coaches in an arena that has 20,000 people with no masks.
Great point.
He wears his mask to put you in your place, that he's smarter than you are.
Mm-hmm.
He cares about people more than you do. And I'm going to wear this mask because I'm better than you, except when I want to slam my fist down and I want to show you the emotion I have. I'm taking my mask down so you can see my emotion.
Great
he
point.
is full of lies, and I'm tired of the fake.
Yeah.
It's BS.
And listen, here's what you need. You need a Peter Ducey in that room that at that point,
correct,
does that, calls him out, and makes him look like a fool.
You know why they don't? That's why they go to him every time.
Oh, yes.
Because that's his crowd.
Yep.
That's the ESPN crowd.
Yep.
They want him to be their leader.
Well, here's what, you have Turning Point, Charlie
Kirk. Mm-hmm.
All right. Here's what I've always thought, like with Bill Maher and some of those other guys. The View. They pack their audience with people who think like them, right?
Yes.
Charlie Kirk and them don't do that. They go to campuses.
All right.
They're not filled full of people who think like them. They're actually doing the exact opposite.
Do you know why they do? And this is the case. They know their points win.
Yes, exactly.
Because they can debate you because they are sound.
So instead of listening to crap, we actually listen to people who I consider experts.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was able to get in touch with Marco Galbraith
That's
earlier
really
today.
cool.
And so he's going to come on. We're going to ask him a few questions, get a little bit about this particular shooting,
mm-hmm.
but more so about what to do. Because I want to know. Tell me what I need to do. So joining us on the show right now is Marco Galbraith for T4 Tactics. Welcome to the show, Marco.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing well. We've got to have you on when we're not in the middle of one of these catastrophes.
I know. I need to call in and just tell some jokes or talk about puppies and butterflies.
Right. Yeah. So you've been a busy dude today, hopping from show to show, I'm sure. And I do appreciate you taking the time with us today. Can you give us a little bit about maybe what you've found out so far? And then I've got a couple questions about how we react as individuals to this.
Well, I've studied a lot of active shooter attacks, and I've gone out to a lot of locations, and this is the most misinformation that I've ever seen. They're saying he did this, he didn't do this. It's this is the most confusing information that's being put out by the press, by news releases, by news conferences. It's amazing. They say something and then it changes. So it's really hard to tell what exactly happened. I think what we do know is he killed his grandmother. He was involved in a pursuit. He wrecked his truck right in front of the school and then ran into the school.
Wow.
So there's some questions, could police have called ahead of time and said, we've got a shooting suspect in a pursuit headed towards the school, lock it down? I don't know. I wasn't there. It's hard to second guess. It's hard to get this information until I can go out there and actually get the truth. But it's just a horrific event.
So will you go out there for this particular one?
I'll wait for the dust to settle. I'll probably give it 6 months, 5 or 6 months. And then when people are ready to talk, I'll go out there and I'll find out all the information, the truth of what happened. That's what I base my training on. Is I've taken some train the trainer classes, but my presentations are based on direct testimony from primary sources that were involved in that incident directly. So we'll be able to get the truth of what exactly happened. I'll talk to investigators, victims, witnesses, families, and then I'll bring it back to my presentations. So and it's not, I don't sugarcoat it, and it doesn't need to be exaggerated. But what we need to find out is not what the media is telling us. We need to find out what exactly happened, where were the mistakes, and what can we do to fix that for other schools.
So in your previous assessments, what do you say is the immediate need of our school systems to protect the unprotected, basically?
Yeah, they've got to be locked down. It's got to be one entrance, one way in, but multiple ways out. We can't be propping doors open. When the kids are out at recess, we can't prop the door open. We've got to have communication in the schools. I'm not a fan of arming teachers because a lot of teachers, they neuter. They're nurturing. So not neuter, they're nurturing. So they take care of kids. I don't know if teachers have the capacity to stop a threat, especially if it's one of their students. So, and I don't think we should put that burden on them. I think they should be allowed to be teachers. That's what they signed up for. They didn't sign up for armed security. So I think we need to have armed security, trained tactical people in the schools, and the schools remain locked down. One way in, lots of ways out.
That's a good assessment.
Yeah. What got you into this, Marco? What made you, and how long have you been doing it? What's your background in this, and how do you come about doing it?
Retired sergeant from Daytona Beach, born and raised in Daytona Beach. And I was on the SWAT team down there. I was a commander of the hostage negotiation and rescue team. So that's where I started learning a lot about human behavior, violent and nonviolent behavior. I was a homicide investigator. I was a sergeant in the special investigations unit. So I had access to a lot of horrible crimes, a lot of interviews with some really bad people and some victims. So I started putting it all together. I came up to Virginia, and I took some active shooter classes in Florida before I retired. I came to Virginia, and I didn't like the type of training that was being delivered to police officers. I sat in some of those classes. I just didn't like the type of training. I thought, you know what? I need to shy away from this, and I need to go out to these locations and find out what really happened and then fix the problem. And that's why I really believe, and I don't get my information from Wikipedia. I don't get it from any of these news stations. I don't get it from the internet, the newspaper. Everything is primary source, because I have to sit down and hear from people. How did your day start? And they all say the same thing. I got in the shower. I woke up. I ate breakfast. I got in the shower, let the dog out, stopped and got my coffee, went to work. And in 2 hours and 11 minutes, the shooting started. And we need to find out, well, were there any clues that were missed? Was this guy or girl going off the deep end? Did you see any change? So I put all that stuff together, and that's what people need to hear.
Exactly.
They need to hear it from firsthand, primary source, and then we can fix the problem. Okay, well, here's where it went bad. Let's teach that to not go bad in the second place.
It's so cool that you brought that up. So I just assumed the FBI does this. I just assume they are already gathering that data, doing exactly what you said, and that there would be a summary of what the shooter is like. So it's sort of like, okay, the kid was violent or had a bad home life. Do they do the same thing?
They do, and the Secret Service actually does a really good review of active shooter incidents, and they review the shooter and they review the incident. However, it's the federal government, so they're about a year behind. It takes them about a year and a half to put those statistics out, and they're very good statistics. They're dialed in, but being the federal government, it's about a year and a half delayed before it reaches their FBI.gov or U.S. Secret Service website. Reliable, good information, but it's just delayed.
So, Marco, one last question before we let you go. One of the things that I've spoken with you in the past about my business and other businesses. The thing to do, obviously, is to be proactive and get trained. How does a company? Do they contact you? Do you do personal training for companies to protect themselves from an individual?
Yeah. I travel the country. And a matter of fact, Texas is the state that keeps me busy, the busiest. I've been out there about 25 times to train businesses out there. Chicago, Arizona, 19 states a few years ago, and trained about 10,000 people. So the training is out there, but a business will contact me. I'll do a consultation, a proposal. I go out and do a facility review. And in that review, I talk about, you could put a locking door here, put a camera here, get rid of these shrubs here. What we're doing is creating the building to work for us and not against us in an active shooter attack. We want to create avenues to keep the shooter out, if we have to lock down, and then we want the building to work for us. And then my training is about 3.5 hours. Law enforcement does this for free. Their training is 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. So they're going to come in and tell you the run, hide, fight. And basically what you're getting is a check mark next to the employee's name that you're trained. So do you want to check mark next to your employee's name, or do you want the correct training? Do you want to really train the employees? Mm-hmm. We're going to cover everything. And then I'm going to sit down with HR, and we're going to talk about de-escalation techniques, the developmental stages of an active shooter. And then I'll go over HR and management responsibilities to set up a threat assessment team. Every business, I don't care if it's a mom and pop grocery store, or mom and pop convenience store with 2 people, a big church, a huge hospital, auto manufacturing, every place must have a threat assessment team. Mm-hmm. It's critical. Mm-hmm. It's free to set up. Once you set up the threat assessment team, if it's set up right, you're going to more than likely catch that threat and shut it down. It's threat assessment, it's risk management, and every location must have one. It's going to keep you out of trouble. It's going to reduce injuries and save lives, but on the backside, it's also going to keep you from some lawsuits and legal action, because you're showing due diligence. Yeah. If you have an active shooter attack, they're going to come in later when the dust settles. What did you do to keep your employees safe? Yeah. And it's good to say, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. But the threat assessment team is set up to catch people that are going off the deep end. It's non-adversarial. We're not trying to get people in trouble. So, for instance, a school shooting, if the threat assessment team identifies this kid as kind of, all of a sudden he's sitting by himself. This is not the Texas one. This is other ones. Yeah. But all of a sudden this kid is sitting by himself at lunch. He's quiet. He's putting his head down on the desk. He's not being himself. The threat assessment team needs to kick in, and they need to talk to him. Hey, what's going on? Yeah. But we tend to ignore things like that because we have a denial. We want to edit that out. Well, it's not going to happen here. It happens somewhere else. Mm-hmm. So threat assessment will bring that kid in and fix his problem, and not get him in trouble, but work with him, fix his problem. It's all threat assessment teams, all positive.
So you just spent maybe 5-10 minutes with us, and you just made more positive statements about facts and how to assess something than the last stuff I've heard the last 24 hours. The snippets on the news are just ridiculous. Yeah. Wow.
And you know what?
Great stuff.
That's the problem. And that's the problem. And I'm not pulling my own chain, but the media tends to see retired FBI behind someone's name or retired Washington, D.C. homicide detective, and they immediately think that they're credible in active shooter.
Yeah.
And it circles back around. That's why I went out. That's why I travel and take the time to go out to all these locations and sit down with these people of some of the most horrific attacks. They want to talk. It's what they want to do.
Yeah. Wow.
So we got to get the right kind of training out there.
We appreciate you taking the time out to come on the show,
Wow,
Marco.
thank you.
And we'll reach out to you in the future. Thanks a lot.
Perfect. Thanks for having me on, you guys. Have a good evening.
Fantastic.
That was Marco Galbraith, T4 Tactics. If you are a business, definitely. I mean, listen.
What is he here?
He's local.
He's local here?
Lynchburg.
Wow. Man, what a resource.
I'm telling you. And the thing about it, he's a straight up guy. I mean, you talk to him for 10 minutes, he's not blowing smoke.
God, I could have talked to him another half hour. Like,
yeah. I mean, and he and I have talked just about, this type of stuff, because you don't know. You always do. You think it's going to be, but you look at the last, shootings, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They're not in New York City. They're not in L.A.
Yeah.
They're in Sandy Hook or, this place.
And if I don't know how much longer you want to stay on the subject, and
we can
I know
move
you got
on.
your max cutoffs. No, I'm saying the subject needs to be talked about.
Sure.
And I just hate that. All we do is
just go to
snip
the
it and we
go-to.
just yell. We go to get rid of guns. We go to the same people that are going to say the same things.
Yeah.
And it's just so stupid. And not one educated thought, like just what he gave us, the kid that sits by himself, somebody needs to go bring him. I mean, how did he know that? Because he did his research to find that's the kid you got to worry about, or at least check on.
This was a great. So Hugh Hewitt, I know you haven't heard his show, but I like his show, and he had on a caller that was against. Hugh is sort of for the red flag law, which basically, if they think you were crazy, now he's right. If legislation is done right, you still would have due process to go to court and say, I'm not. And then if you are found to be crazy, you cannot own a weapon. That's his way, right, of fixing this. Here's the problem, and this is what I love. I can't remember the guest that was on. He said, here's the problem. Washington legislation. If you think for a second that the Democrats wouldn't use that legislation to their advantage, you're crazy. Same thing with the Republicans.
Okay, so this is my beef about any of this stuff of what we think is important or what have you. So we cannot put a security person. So the reason a kid or somebody would run to a school, they know there's no weapon there.
Correct.
Right? And it's a bunch of innocent people that I'm getting ready to go blow up. What I loved at New London Academy when I was there, they started a watchdog program.
Yes.
Where there are dads walking through there. Those kids that are there know there's a dad in the hallway all the time. Now, we're not packing, but I'm saying, but there is some level of comfort and security there.
Correct.
They did something. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
They're doing something. We don't do anything. Instead, what we do is we spend billions of dollars to put up plastic shields on desks because we're afraid a kid's going to get COVID. It doesn't die.
Yeah.
Yet we can't put a security guard or someone there at the front every day.
Correct.
That's armed.
Trained.
That those other kids get to see every day when they walk through.
Correct.
I mean, it's just perception that I've got someone there.
No, you want to fix, but it's not, listen, it's a school resource officer, right?
Right.
And don't put one.
Yeah.
Put 6. I don't care how many, but what you're missing is the interaction between the school resource officer and the kids.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about fixing the relationship between the police officers and the community?
100%.
Like a buddy of mine used to say all the time, what do you say to your kids when they're young? Right? You always would say, if you don't shape up, I'm going to, see that cop over there. So the kid gets scared. He's like, don't do that. Come on, bring it over there and say, people used to do that.
Right. Yeah.
And scare the kid. I'm not here to be scary. I'm here to protect and serve you.
Right.
So that is important in our school systems, and we should have them everywhere.
Right. With a weapon.
With a weapon. Absolutely.
That you could be there every day and be safe and protected.
Right. And same thing goes with work. Is all I'm saying is people need to, we shouldn't have gun-free work zones either. That's just dumb.
Right.
You're just asking for it.
Yeah.
So. Anyway,
yeah, man, what a great guest.
Yeah, we'll after he does his assessment, we'll have him back on just to see. We forgot we did that.
I'm sure Rocco would have been as good.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on to my next. You told me that you wanted me to keep track of the votes in Georgia during the primary. Do you remember saying that to me?
Yeah.
You said, I'm just curious.
How the vote, the turnout.
Right.
What's it like?
So,
one side versus the other.
Last night, Herschel Walker, who, when they always, by the way, the news comes out today and says, Kemp won the governor primary for the Republicans. Donald Trump's choice got killed, got beat badly, which happened. It's true. But you notice they forget to mention Herschel Walker, who came from nowhere and just, I think, got 73% of the votes.
You know what's crazy? I went down to Athens, Georgia for that graduation a couple weeks ago. Not one Herschel Walker sign. No, I mean, I didn't even see. Like I thought he was running, but maybe they're not running yet. They did not one single sign from the trip here to Athens, Georgia. Did I see a Herschel Walker sign?
Well, this might shock you. So Herschel Walker will face off against that Raphael Warnock guy.
See the incumbent?
Yes,
he's in there now.
Yeah, he was the one that beat out Purdue. Yes, correct.
Cheated his way in.
Herschel Walker got 1.139 or whatever that is. Million votes.
1,139,000. Okay.
Yeah, that's how many he got. The Democrat primary was 713,000.
Yeah.
So there's a difference of 420,000 votes. 425,000.
Yeah.
So you would think in a head-to-head election that the Republican would have an advantage,
right?
But that's not the way it happened in the previous election. So we'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
So what was curious is I went to
look. You think we've got cameras around mailboxes, mailing ballots?
So for the governor one, Kemp got 1.193. 1,193,000. Right? Stacey Abrams had none because she ran unopposed.
Somehow she'll get 2 million votes.
Right.
How much of 2,000 Mules have you seen?
So wait, even if you run unopposed, you still don't have an election?
Why would you?
But there's people.
Oh yeah, you'd still have
so
the
primary. I guess you don't.
Well, I mean, you should still have.
There's not one vote count for Stacey Abrams.
They didn't have a primary for her?
There's not one vote count for Stacey Abrams.
Telling you, man, setting up 2,000 Mules will open your eyes.
No, there's no doubt, and I'm going to watch it.
You got to watch it. It's just so incredible.
So I switched it up for my 80 million my ass because the person who I think is behind the 80 million my ass,
my second favorite part
is this Cut 200.
The question about voter suppression and voter turnout is causation without correlation. Make mistakes even when you know what you're talking about. It's correlation without causation. We know that increased turnout has nothing to do with suppressing.
And so I think about this.
Wait, good God.
Sorry, it autoplayed. My bad.
No. That was Stacey Abrams?
That was Stacey Abrams. So everybody is saying, wait a minute. Do you remember when Joe Biden said that Georgia had passed voter suppression laws so stringent that we were back in the Jim Crow
The
era?
All-Star game left. Major League Baseball left because of the new laws.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there was more voter turnout in this primary. Was it double? I think it was more than double than any other. They had more turnout. And her response to that was, there is no correlation between voter suppression and actual voter turnout.
Okay, that's how stupid their math is. They do not do math. They just talk.
Correct. And she couldn't even do that right. Yeah. She had to stop herself. Correlation to whatever she said.
Yeah.
Play it again. Seriously.
All right.
Just the stupidity.
Make sure it's the right one.
The question about voter suppression and voter turnout is causation without correlation. Make mistakes even when you know what you're talking about. It's correlation without causation. We know that increased turnout has nothing to do with suppressing.
That's the most idiotic, dumbest damn thing I think I've heard.
Increased turnout has nothing to do with suppression.
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about?
We had more people vote. Of course, yeah. Okay, go to the next round. So I'm so tired of politicians getting away with saying something and there's no Peter Ducey to ask the question.
Correct.
Who are you saying did not get to vote this time?
Right.
You said that this new Jim Crow law that Georgia passed is now going to keep people from voting. Find them. Who do you have that didn't get to vote? Who?
It's nuts, man. I'm telling you.
Do some follow-up.
Crazy.
Do some work.
But nobody, AB, where is 2020? Where is 60 Minutes?
They're in
We're
their
a
camp.
real news network, Trent.
Yeah. By the way, real news is Fox News, according to me, but not one mentioned 2,000 Mules. They piss me off too.
Yeah.
You can't talk about the most important story in our life. That voting thing is huge.
It's horrible.
It's big.
Glenn
big.
Beck has Bill Barr on tomorrow.
Okay.
I almost would, but I'm afraid Glenn's not going to ask him.
There's only been maybe 2 or 3 people that I've even seen mention this voting fraud.
But I want to hear somebody say to Bill Barr, Bill, you said absolutely there was nothing. Have you changed your stance on that? Or tell us why you are so sure.
Okay, 2,000 Mules has 2 people, a man and a woman, that are more knowledgeable. Unless this is Wag the Dog, and I will admit, eat crow.
Correct.
But I am watching something, and I'm watching 2 people that have done all of this research. And they're telling Dinesh D'Souza what they came up with. How come those 2 people aren't on other news shows now?
Correct. Can't.
I mean, unless this is copyrighted or priority, and they're trying to make it bigger. But it almost is, let's sweep this under the rug.
Sure it is. I mean, think about it. We had 4 years, almost 4 years of Russia.
Yeah.
And once the report came out and it was awful, and then the FBI ends up, you show their bias in all of this. So we've weaponized the Department of Justice.
Yeah.
We've weaponized the FBI. And now you got the Sussman trial going on, which I'm so glad Andy, is it Andy McCarthy? Is that the former prosecutor that's on Fox all the time? He was on today, and my God, was he good.
Yeah.
And he explained why nothing's going to become of this. It's not because Durham hasn't worked hard to do this, or he's saying first of all, you're in their wheelhouse. The judge is a former Obama appointee who clerked in the Clinton White House.
Yeah.
Hello. Why would you think for 1 second anything is going to come out of this?
It never does, man. I'm so tired of nothing ever happening.
I agree, but I agree with him. It's not like Durham's
I didn't come
nothing.
here today to just get angry. I feel like I'm angry.
So we'll move on. That was brought to you by Trent's anger was brought to you by David Hallnaker and State Farm.
We all know having insurance is required, but having good insurance is not. There is a difference. We all get quotes, throw the policies in the trash, and hate when we see the invoice each month. But when we need them, that is when it matters most. Having a dependable agent like David Hallnaker makes all the difference. David Hallnaker is our local State Farm agent and proud sponsor of Life, Liberty, Happiness. When you need your insurance to work, make sure you have a company that works for you. That company is State Farm, and that agent is David. Call him today at 540-586-8194 or stop by their office next to Arby's off Route 460. Like a good neighbor, David is there.
All right. On to the best
part of the show
segment.
Thank you, Brian.
Business house. Oh, haven't had it.
All right. Let's play cut one. Let's hear from our educated leader.
And so I think about this subject of our yellow school buses in that regard.
Love her.
Because think about it. Yellow school buses are our nation's largest form of mass transit. How about that?
How about that?
Every day. So yes, and let's applaud. Let's get some more. They need to go.
Nobody ever applauds me.
And every day, then think about this in terms of the numbers. Every day in our country, more than 25 million children ride to and from school on our nation's fleet of school buses. Every day.
Okay. That right there.
Well, she's an expert, Trent. Don't forget she was bused. Oh, that's right. She said she was, but she wasn't when we did the math.
She has, first off, it's just the dumbest damn thing to listen to. But she just tried to make it sound like the school bus system is a federal mass transit system.
Right.
Like Bedford County buses are federal buses. Campbell County aren't the same. Campbell County doesn't hire their bus drivers. She tried to lump that in as mass transit.
Just so stupid.
I'm telling you, they're moving towards something like that.
If you were to
mass
ask
transit,
Pete Buttigieg,
yeah,
what did Trump use
Brian,
to say?
We have to start carpooling in buses to work.
Edge.
Yeah.
Ask him if school buses are mass transit, since he is the head of transportation. And listen, he would probably tell you yes.
Yeah, of course.
Because he doesn't know the difference.
Right. They are literally trying to get mass transit, just like Biden and Amtrak.
Didn't he call transportation racist?
Yes, he said we engineers steered highways.
I'm so done
against race because of racism.
You used to design highways.
I design highways, and
the first thing that came to your mind is, how do I get this?
How do I design that alignment to go right through that black neighborhood?
First of all,
that's what I did.
The farthest thing from the truth, because you and I went to Virginia Beach to sell going through the wealthiest neighborhood.
And that's because it was an evacuation route. And
exactly.
It had everything to do with terrain. It had nothing to do with the community.
And you're surprised I pulled that one out, aren't you?
That's pretty impressive. I was
scared.
All right.
I was scared during that meeting.
I'm going to tell you, listen to this. This I liked even more. So this is the other. So I don't know if we'll have time to get into all these other did you know or underreported stories. But listen to this. This is Mike Johnson. This is the other cut I want you to hear.
Okay.
This is Mike Johnson, who's a House Republican. He's a Republican from Louisiana. Okay. Jerry Nadler and he have this discussion. And I want you to hear so the muffled sound is Jerry Nadler. Do you know why it's muffled?
Because he has a freaking mask.
He's wearing a freaking mask, right? Mike Johnson is the stronger voice.
And he's also like 90, but go ahead.
So listen to this. Just listen to this conversation about voting. And so I'm
not correct. Non-citizens have not been eligible to vote in New York or, as far as I know, in any other state since the 19th century.
That's not true. The New York City Council voted in December to allow this. It begins January 9, 2023. Cities in Vermont and Maryland already allow this, and similar measures are under consideration in Illinois, Maine, and Massachusetts right now.
Is the gentleman with you?
Yes.
I believe those are considerations of allowing votes in municipal elections only.
Right, but thank you. That's the point. Everybody wants to know at home, why would they allow this? Guys, they're allowing it because they're going to turn them into voters. They already are doing this in New York City, largest city in America, and this is the plan of our friends on this side to turn all the illegals into voters. That's it, folks. That's what's going on. That's the game. That's why the border's open. That's why they've dropped it. Look, I respect Ms. Lofgren and all her work in this arena. Yes, I'll yield, Mr. Chairman. I'd love to hear what you have to say about this.
As a New Yorker, I would love to think that New York is the entire country, but it is not. It is not. And consideration is being given to permitting non-citizens to vote in New York, and I believe in the capital city of Vermont. I forget which that is. But it is
he doesn't know his
much
capitals?
as I'd like to believe it, New York and Vermont are not the entire country.
But Mr. Chairman, that's the whole point. This is what's going on, folks, at home. If you're trying to figure this out, if you're scratching your heads, you see the video, you see droves of people, 2.4 million people coming over the border illegally.
And by the
president
way,
allowing the Democrats in charge of.
Sorry, that's a great clip. Yeah. But by the way,
it got really.
Do you not remember they've been putting them on planes and flying them to different cities? Guess what cities they're shipping them to?
Yes.
I mean, are we that stupid?
That's exactly what he's laying out there. Did you know? And that's why I wanted you to hear that. Did you know that they've already passed that non-citizens can vote in New York in 2023?
It's crazy.
They just did it.
Yeah.
And right in front of us.
Yeah.
And we let it happen. It's just ridiculous.
It's crazy.
So, did you want to hear any of the underreported stories?
Save that for next week.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Yeah.
But I really like that because, first of all, that guy is really good.
Yeah.
He'll be a senator, I think.
Yeah.
He's too daggone good. Although Louisiana has two good senators. Louisiana has great representation, by the way.
Listen, the thing about my friends on the other aisle, I'm so tired of them talking like that. Stop saying that.
Yeah, they're not
friends. They're communists. They're trying to take over this country. They're trying to ruin this country.
Yes.
And they're doing it in front of us.
And they should be called out that way.
Yeah.
Like I said that the other day. If you're going to sit here, like, do you remember Tea Party? Like they called them crazies, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you ever notice the left calls the right wing of the Republican Party crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? There is an actual name for the left wing of the left party. They're communist.
Yeah.
And by the way, they don't mind telling, for God's sakes, we had a candidate who was a socialist who proclaimed to be a socialist.
Mm-hmm.
He's not hiding from it.
Yeah.
And he probably was going to win the nomination had it not been
rigged.
Oh, a rigged election that they got caught doing. Yet somehow we can never say that.
I'm telling you, man. It's anyway. I'm glad I saw that. I'm going to keep trying to find that and use this as a forum to.
Hey, how come, speaking of that, and we will move on, but how come nobody ever brings up the Iowa caucus of 2020
when they couldn't count elections?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I swear to God, I think that was a trial run.
Have they not counted Pennsylvania yet? This new latest election with Dr. Oz, do they have a winner yet?
No, they were trying to get some more. I swear to God, I read the article and it said they were hoping for more mail-in ballots. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? And the Republican Party has stepped in and said they're going to sue if there's any more mail-in ballots that come in. And they actually have picked sides. They have picked Oz to be who they're siding with in this. But it's still, no, Pennsylvania's still saying we can't. Although,
are they just going to do a runoff? I mean, what
I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
It's kind of hanging Chad.
Wow. Yeah.
Anyway, good segment.
Yeah.
Good show, by the way.
Yeah. Really
business highlight this week.
Mm-hmm.
Electric Company Bistro and Art Gallery is off Depot Street. Have you been to that yet, Woodrow?
No, but I follow them on social media, and they look like they are doing.
Yeah, I think
things.
my wife went down there and did some shopping.
Yeah.
It's a cool little place.
You said Electric Company, Co. Bistro, and Art Gallery. What
it's
is all that?
in one.
So that used to be the Electric Company building.
Mm-hmm.
And so they've renovated it and turned it into a bistro and art gallery.
Yeah, it looks
and it's
awesome.
called the Electric Company Bistro and Art Gallery, I think. The whole thing.
So you eat and see art?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a bistro in there. Then they have like different areas set up for
that you
different
can walk around.
artists.
It's pretty cool.
Oh.
Yeah. Right up
Check
here,
it out.
right up the street. So anyway, great show. We'll take you out.
Take Marty on a date
with
there.
Bruno Mars.
Oh, my man.
That's what I like. And we will see you next week.
I got a condo in Manhattan. Baby girl, what's happening? You and your ass invited. So gonna get to clapping. Go pop it for a player. Pop it for me. Turn around and drop it for a player. Drop it for me. I'll rent a beach house in Miami. Wake up with no jammies. Lobster tail for dinner. Julio served that scampi. You got it if you want it. Got it if you want it. Said you got it if you want it. Take my wallet if you want it now. Jump in the Cadillac. Girl, let's put some miles on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby. You deserve it all. And I'm gonna give it to you. Gold jewelry shining so bright. Strawberry champagne on us. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Sex by the fire at night. Silk sheets and diamonds, all white. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. I'm talking trips to Puerto Rico. Say the word and we go. You can be my flica. Girl, I'll be a flico, mama sister. I will never make a promise that I can't keep. I promise that your smile ain't gonna never leave. Shopping sprees in Paris. Everything 24 carats. Take a look in that mirror. Now tell me who's the fairest. Is it you? Is it you? Is it me? Is it me? Say it's us. Say it's us. And I'll agree, baby. Jump in the Cadillac. Girl, let's put some miles on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby. You deserve it all. And I'm gonna give it to you. Gold jewelry shining so bright. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Sex by the fire at night. Silk sheets and diamonds, all white. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. You say you want a good time, but here I am, baby. Here I am, baby. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Say what's on your mind. What's on your mind? If you want it, girl, come and get it. All this is here for you. Tell me, baby. Tell me, baby. What you tryna do? Strawberry shining so bright. Strawberry champagne on us. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Sex by the fire